My name is Daphne Adler, and I am the author of Debunking the Bump. I grew up in a small town in Vermont. I am the oldest of 3 children, and if you were to ask anyone who went to my high school, they would definitely tell you that I was quite a nerd when I was younger. This is quite embarrassing to admit, but I actually finished all the requirements for a degree in math, a college degree, while I was still in high school. So I ended up heading to Harvard and studying theoretical math, and then went to business school. And now I'm a management consultant, and I am the mother of 2 little ones. So when I was pregnant with my first child, I read lots of books and magazines, and I got really frustrated because they all had conflicting advice. They couldn't seem to agree on what pregnant women should do and shouldn't do. I realized there must be objective answers to these questions. One of the most common topics that women worry about is which foods they should eat. So women will stop eating sushi, they'll stop eating blue cheese. But actually when I did my research, I discovered there's one food which is really quite dangerous. My one rule of eating during pregnancy is you should avoid unrefrigerated meat. Basically, make sure you heat your cold cuts before you eat them. Another topic that women are concerned about is mercury in fish. And in fact, when you're pregnant, there are huge benefits to eating fish because fish contains fish oil, and that's really good for your baby's brain development. Another topic women are concerned about is caffeine. Well, you know what? In actual fact, it's completely fine to have coffee in the morning, in the afternoon. You can have your espresso with dinner. When it comes to environmental contaminants, people often worry about trendy chemicals that are in the news a lot right now. We should be worried about pesticides, and specifically organophosphate pesticides. So my advice to pregnant women would be to go organic. If you're concerned or you're on a budget, then there are a few foods that are worse offenders than others. Specifically, I would avoid green beans and bell peppers and try to buy those organic. Another topic that women are worried about is toxoplasmosis, which is a parasite that's definitely dangerous to contract in pregnancy. But people have a misguided perception that you get toxoplasmosis from cats. But in fact, the way humans are exposed to toxoplasmosis is through eating contaminated meat. So again, I come back to my recommendation that you have to avoid undercooked meat because that really is the true source of toxoplasmosis, not cats. After all my research, I've come to the conclusion that really most pregnancies turn out fine. And on the rare occasions where they don't, there was typically nothing anyone could have done to prevent it. I wrote this book not only to debunk common pregnancy myths, but also to give the women the information they need to be empowered to make their own decisions during pregnancy. Because ultimately, I think that will lead them to have a happier and more joyful and relaxed pregnancy.